How wise leaders make every meeting exceptionally effective. How wise leaders make every meeting exceptionally effective. Do you need to make meetings more successful? If yes, then start by changing the way you think. My stance regarding meetings? The person who called the discussion is the only one who believes it was worthwhile. Additionally, research demonstrates that there are innumerable ways to ruin a meeting. For example, conducting too many meetings. According to a decade's worth of research, 90% of employees believe sessions are a waste of time and unproductive, and they are correct. Cutting the number of meetings by 40% results in an increase in employee productivity of over 70%. Or having them brainstorm. A study indicated that individuals forced to address problems in small groups had individual IQ decreases of about 15%. Or permitting a meeting to begin late. According to a study, sessions that start late are less practical than those that start on time in terms of both natural and perceived outcomes. And there's this: a 2012 research discovered that when one meeting participant begins to complain by using so-called killer phrases that represent pointlessness or an unchangeable condition, for example, "nothing can be accomplished about that," or "nothing else will work," other meeting participants follow suit, starting a whinging cycle that dehumanizes team effectiveness. Promoting. Of course, there is nothing wrong with occasionally supporting negative comments, or divergent viewpoints, or constructive conflict. What matters in phrasing? The distinction is in the way those remarks are phrased. Let's imagine you organizing a meeting to decide how to send 100,000 widgets this week. A killer line that conveys hopelessness may be, "Our record for weekly shipments is 50,000. Our fulfillment crew cannot possibly handle that." According to the research, using just that one statement will likely start a chain reaction of complaints. According to production control, the workers might not be adequate for 100,000 widgets, much less shipped. Accounting may claim that there is not even the slightest room in the budget for business expansion. According to warehousing, there isn't enough space to stage many packages. One negative remark might set off an adverse tide, making the impossible more impossible. Convert inefficiency into problem solving. Is there a better strategy? Sure. Make it mandatory for everyone to phrase objections or opposing viewpoints as questions. Always intervened when someone stated something like, "That will never work." Ask to reframe that. "What should we do to ensure everyone will be willing to work this weekend?" has replaced the statement, "There's no way we can convince everyone to work overtime this weekend." The statement, "We will never do that task on time," changed to, "What do we need to do to ensure that we complete that task on time?" We soon changed, if only because it's embarrassing to be reprimanded publicly. Raising difficulties in that manner quickly became habitual. That query might be, as mentioned earlier, "Our fulfillment team has never supplied more than 50,000 widgets in a single week. What can we do to support them in doubling their typical output?" You have now entered the problem-solving mode. You could temporarily relocate a few staff members from another department. Perhaps you can modify your production process so that final goods are pulled rather than pushed. Maybe you might cooperate with the freight companies to limit the number of shipments staged in the shipping area. It's possible that fixing one issue will lead to additional problems, but that's okay. Make careful you phrase each worry as, "What do we require to achieve this?" instead of saying, "There's no chance we can ever do that." If you do that, your meetings will undoubtedly center around can do rather than can't. After all, the purpose of each meeting should be to take action. If not, why is the meeting being held in the first place? Subscribe to receive notifications about new content. Do not forget to like and share. ASUED Management Consultants. Leadership/sustainability practices/facilities.